We got black people in power, but they don't have powers. We got black people with money. We have black people with money that we think are giants, but in the company of their white counterparts, they are midgets. Now, if we want to get where we want to go, we can't focus on the house that has rejected us and our fathers for 400 years. We have to now focus on ourselves. Now follow this and I'm out of here. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, our unity is more powerful than an atomic or hydrogen bomb. That's the one thing we have never tried. We've kneeled in, crawled in, prayed in, lied in, slept in, but still we are out. If you want to get what you want, we gotta start with a contract with us. A contract, a covenant with us. We in leadership make a covenant with your people that you will never sell them out. We as leaders, President Bush, bless his heart, is worried about weapons of mass destruction. No dark nation should have a weapon of mass destruction. They have a fear. France got it. England got it. I think Germany may have something. South Africa has it. Israel has it. These are the former, some of them, the former colonial masters. They have the right to have it, but don't give it to a darker power. We're worried about China has it. India has it. Lord have mercy. Pakistan got it. Korea was the axis of evil. Now Korea said, well, we got it. All of a sudden they fell off the screen. It's now Iran and Iraq. Well, if they are so afraid of weapons of mass destruction, my teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, said, our unity is more powerful than an atomic or hydrogen bomb. That's the one thing we have never tried. We've kneeled in, crawled in, prayed in, lied in, slept in, but still we are out. If you want to get what you want, we gotta start with a contract with us. A contract, a covenant with us. We in leadership make a covenant with your people that you will never sell them out. We as leaders, listen. We as leaders, so-called, must make a covenant with our people that nothing is more important than the salvation of a people who are now on a death march. While we're singing and dancing and popping our finger and shaking our backside to the world, we are on a death march into ovens, but not the same oven called Auschwitz. But it is a destruction coming to our people through bad health care, no health insurance, HIV, AIDS, drive-by shootings, gang conflict, crack cocaine. We are now become the enemy of ourselves. So we have to make a covenant. And in closing, in my conclusion, oh yes, I'm a Baptist preacher now. In my conclusion.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. So guys, I want us to continue watching this video from United States Minister. He's known as Minister Louis Farrakhan. Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's coming out and sent a warning message to Donald Trump and the Western countries to respect black people. And also, he wants to see black Americans and black people in the diaspora uniting. So kindly guys, let's continue watching, then I'll be back with more comment.
In the 37th chapter of Ezekiel, there was some dry bones that were in a valley. And the bones were talking to one another. They were having a conversation about a contract. And as they were having this contract, some of the bones said, our hope is lost. Our bones are dried. We are cut off from our pot. There's some that are watching by television and some in this audience that think that we will never come together, that we will never make the right covenant or contract. I say to you, go back and read your scripture. Because when the Son of Man was set down in that valley that was full of bones, he spoke to those bones, and the bones shook and the bones rattled, but they never stood up. So he went back to his sender and he said, Lord, I have spoken to the bones, and nobody has spoken to the bones like black leaders and black preachers. Nobody speaks to the bones like a Reverend Jackson or a T.D. Jakes or Bishop Long or Bishop Patterson or Cornel West. And those of us that preach, Reverend Sharpton, the bones always listen. The bones shake. The bones rattle, but they never get up and they never do what they're supposed to do. So one generation dies and another generation is born, and we continue to run the same game. So the Son of Man went back to his sin and said, I've been talking. The bones been shaken, but there's still no life in them. He said, well, don't talk to the bones no more. Prophesy to the winds and let the winds blow on these bones. See, Bush is a wind. Your rejection at the table is a wind. My brother's going to dinner in the White House and can't come away with what is in the best interest of all our people. Jesse running twice, but still couldn't come away with what our people need. All of this is a farce. If we don't make up our minds today to make this contract, this covenant today, not with us and the Democratic Party, to hell with the Democrats and to hell. Having listened carefully to all of my wonderful brothers and sisters, I recognize that the thing that is missing is not the genius that is present or the genius that is absent, but the thing that is missing is the unity of us as a people. My beloved brother, Mr. Frazier, articulated some magnificent economic truths that can be realized fully by the unity of us as a people. My sister talked about education and health issues. We cannot any longer depend on a benevolent white person in office to look out for our needs. That responsibility is ours. Now, whether my brother, Bishop Eddie Long, can visit the White House and speak on behalf of us, or whether the Reverend Jackson can visit the White House and speak on behalf of us, or any of us.
They haven't invited me, Mr. Party. They haven't invited me.
Oh, well, you're on your way though, brother, for sure. When you can assemble us like this, you are a very important man. The few points that I want to make is based on what I heard. My sister with the union, she wants to be at the right table at the right time to talk about the right issues where workers are concerned. Everyone at this table, my dear sister, talked about policy and community. Reverend Lowry and Reverend Sharpton brilliantly defined for us really the crux of the matter. Here's what I see. Respectfully, Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand. But power won't even concede to a demand if the demand is coming from a weak constituency that looks like they've lost their testicular fortitude. Careful now, careful. I'm a Baptist preacher too. But listen, family, listen. The generational gap is serious, but it's written of in Scripture. When Moses gathered the people in the wilderness, he spied the promised land. But there were some giants in the promised land. And the people were asked, go in, we with you. They said, wait a minute, God. We would go, but the giants are there. They had no faith that they could take the land from the giants. So what did God say? Okay, you wander in the wilderness till you die out, and I will take your children and they will inhabit the promised land. Martin Luther King said, I've been to the mountaintop. I have seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but we as a people will get there when we separate from a pharaohic idea of mental slavery. Our children, listen, our children cannot eat at the table of illusion and hypocrisy. Most of us who have access, who have wealth, who have quote unquote positions, we are like mannequins in the shopping mall of democracy. When you go to the shopping mall, you see the mannequin. The mannequin is dressed in what you would like to buy. The mannequin can't talk. The mannequin can't walk. We got black people in power, but they don't have power. We got black people with money. We have black people with money that we think are giants, but in the company of their white counterparts, they are midgets. Now, if we want to get where we want to go, we can't focus on the house that has rejected us and our fathers for 400 years. We have to now focus on ourselves. Now follow this, and I'm out of here. I'm complete. Follow this. Selma, Alabama, where so many good people lost their lives. So many good people were maimed and wounded. So many scarred for life, that we might have a right to vote. But we have not used that vote as wisely as we should have. And in some respects, we have betrayed those who died for us. Because we went to sleep thinking that the strife was o'er, the battle done, the victory of life was won, only to turn around and find that 30 years later, the same man who was mayor then is mayor now. We know that all human beings can be redeemed. And we believe in redemption. But things are still the same. You have the right to vote. You have wonderful politicians. You have people that are serving in many different capacities. But if you look at the condition of the masses of our people, it remains the same. So we did not get the right to vote, and Mother Cooper did not knock down the sheriff for us to be knocked down by machinations and schemes that rob us of the freedom that they suffered to try to give us. I'm not here in Selma to create any problem. The problem is already here. Some of these that have opposed my presence, what are their works? We've read their words in the paper, but what are their works? On my way to this beloved and sacred place, I saw a sign, "This way to racial harmony," as though racial harmony was on the bridge. Racial harmony is not on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Racial harmony can only come when there's racial justice. Farrakhan did not come to disrupt what doesn't exist. You see, our people are not foolish. We don't need magic. We need truth. We don't need magic. We don't need deception. We need truth. Those of you in power, you know that you're deceiving black people. You know you are making them to believe that something exists that you know does not exist. So the real liars, the real deceivers, the real game players, see, that's who are afraid of my coming, because the truth in my mouth exposes their lies, their deceit, their chicanery. While I was walking through the museum of voting and civil rights, it took every bit of strength to keep the tears from falling from my eyes to think of how my brothers and sisters have suffered to vote for the same people that put them in this condition. How my people have suffered to be turned into apologists for their former slave masters and their children. How my people have suffered for a vote to put some of you in office and then you sell them out. While I was in the museum reminiscing over Dr. Martin Luther King and the Reverend James Luther Bevel and all of those who came to Selma, Kwame Ture and others who came not to be seen on television, but to rectify a gross wrong, a gross injustice. And the media would act as though all injustice has been corrected. All suffering has ended. All racism has ended. And then have the nerve to call me a notorious bigot while the bigotry, the racism, and the hatred still exists in Selma, Alabama, 30 years after Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm not here to stir up hatred, but if you had not been unjust to black people, there would be no hatred for nobody to stir up. Love and justice does not produce hatred, but it is evil and injustice that has produced hatred if hatred exists. While I was in the museum, His Honor, the mayor, Mr. Smitherman, came to see if the people of his plantation are still all right. He came by and they tell me, I didn't hear him say it, but I heard that he said they're going to investigate Mr. Sanders and a grant that he received to see if he used any of that grant money to bring this hater and this bigot to Selma. I wish he was here so I could tell him to his teeth. Sanders and Senator Sanders did not offer me one dime, nor did I ask for one dime to come to Selma. I paid my way every mile of the journey. And the love offering that you gave, thinking that you gave to me, I put $100 in that bucket and I'm giving every dime right back to Selma, that Selma may improve her own condition. So, Mayor, you can go back to doing something better with your time. I came here to Selma to talk to you because your biggest enemy is not the white man. Your biggest enemy is your fear of the white man. Your biggest enemy is not the white man. Your biggest enemy is your ignorance of the white man. Fear and ignorance is your number one enemy. How dare you say you are a Christian and that you know Jesus Christ and are walking in fear of the very shadow of your enemy. The scripture said perfect love casteth out fear, and that is your problem. You don't love God enough. You don't love yourself enough. You don't love one another enough. I will tell you all, you can talk that foolishness to the ignorant. But see, you cannot bring that to me because I know you.
So guys, I hope you have watched and listened to that powerful speech from United States fearless minister. He's known as Minister Louis Farrakhan. I really love to bring Minister Louis Farrakhan to this channel because he's that one of the United States or the Western leaders that usually come out and fight the rights of the black people in the diaspora, the black people in the Caribbean, and also African people. So seeing Minister Louis Farrakhan coming out and give this powerful speech, I've decided to share it with all black people wherever they are. So Minister Louis Farrakhan is coming out, and first of all, he has come out and sent a warning message to the Western people, the United States government, because of how these people, they are treating our fellow black people in the United States. We have seen how the black Americans, they have been given less opportunity. We have been seeing how the black Americans, it has become difficult for them to access health care. We have seen how the black children are being treated with the white children in school. So these are some of the things that Louis Farrakhan is really fighting to the black people, because black people, we are being oppressed. Black people, we have been given less opportunity, even if after us black people, we have built this United States, because we all know that black Americans are the ones who build this United States. So you can see right now they're given less opportunity. You can see how these people, they are paying wages to the black people. The black people, they are being given low wages, and yet they are calling the black Americans lazy. And also we have seen how the healthcare, it is treating the black people, because black people going to the hospital, it has become difficult to them to access the healthcare, because these people, they are being oppressed. These people, there is too much racist going on towards the black American. That's why Minister Louis Farrakhan is coming out and give a warning to the white people to stop oppressing black people, to stop giving less opportunity to the black people. There is a time whereby black people will be, you guys will be respecting black people, you guys will be worshiping black people. So kindly guys, you the white people, you need to stop oppressing black people. That is the message from Minister Louis Farrakhan. And also our Louis Farrakhan is coming out and send a warning also to our black leaders, because the biggest problem that we have, it is because of our black leaders. Our black leaders, they don't want to work according to the will of us black people. Our black leaders are the ones who are betraying us black people. Let's go to the days of the slavery. You will see that our black leaders, they're the ones who were capturing their fellow black people, and they're the ones who were selling them to these colonizers. So this will tell you that our leaders, they're the ones who were betraying us black people, our black people. That's why you will see we are having our black people in the United States, our black people in the Western countries, our black people in the Caribbean. So it is all also because of the black leaders. And right now, Minister Louis Farrakhan is calling all black leaders to wake up and stop working to the Western people. And also up to date, we are having our black leaders, our black president. They have become puppet. They are the ones who are selling out our resources to these Western people, and this is because of these white leaders. They are being turned into puppet. They are now betraying us black people by selling our resources, and because of selling our resources, you can see our African and black countries, they are not growing. So Minister Louis Farrakhan, he is calling upon all black leaders to wake up and change and stop embracing these Western people. And also another thing that our minister, he has come out and called it, is about black unity, because one of the things that we black people, we are facing in the United States, it is because of us black people, we are not uniting. Because when you can see in the United States, when there is a problem to the Chinese, they will come out and speak with one language. These people, they will come together, speak one language, they will fight together. But and also you can see the Indians also in United States, they usually speak one language. But when it comes to the black people in United States, these people, they are not speaking with one language. These people, they are divided. These people, they are not supporting each other, and because of that also it has made these other races not to respect black people, because we black people, we are known of supporting these other races, embracing these other races, and that's why our voice, it is not heard when we are complaining about anything in the foreign countries, in the diaspora. So as black people, we need to speak one language. We need to unite. You can see what the Chinese, they are doing. These people, they always support each other. The Chinese, they will always go and shop to their fellow Chinese store. But as black people, we are leaving our black store to go and shop to the Chinese store, to the white store, to the Indian store, to the Japanese store. So this is tell you that we black people, we need to change our behavior. We need to come together and unite. It is all, I believe that when people, they are uniting, there is a power in unity. So when we black people will be coming together and unite, these other races will start respecting us black people. That's one of the things also our minister, he has come out and called us black people. He wants us black people to come together and unite. Unity, it is the first thing that we black people, we need to do before starting our revolution, because I believe right now there's a black revolution going on to us black people. We need these other races to respect us. We need these other races to see us as a human being, not each and every time they are oppressing us, not each and every time they are seeing us as a people who we are not unite. So our minister Louis Farrakhan, he wants to see us black people uniting, so that we black people, we can also have power to speak in United States. We can have power to speak in the Caribbean, because I believe black people, we are very powerful, but we don't have powers. Yeah, we are very powerful, but we don't have powers. It is time for us also black people to have powers. When Americans, they are talking, when the Chinese, they are talking, when Indians, they are talking, even us black people, we want to talk so that we can be heard. So let's us unite as a black people. And also some of the things that also our minister, he has come out and talk about is how America, it is treating the black people in terms of the so many things, in terms of the healthcare, in terms of the how you can see how the criminal injustice they are doing to us black people. The criminal injustice in America, it has made black people to be like a money generator income, because they are using black people to generate more money with their criminal injustice in United States. Because when a black person, he or she has done a small mistake, he can't go for free. But a white person, if he or she has done a small mistake, this white person will go for free. But a black person, he will need to pay. He will need to pay the charges. So this is tell you that the criminal justice in the United States, it has made black Americans to be like a money generator. These people, they can't easily forgive black people, because when you see there is any fight on the street, they usually go and suspect to a black people. They usually suspect black people. So this tell you that black Americans, they need to come out of this. They need to come out and speak one language. They need to unite, and also they need to fight bad governance in United States. So kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. Let's talk more on the comment section. See you guys. Bye bye.